Ooh. Fruity pack. Kind of leaning towards just taking the Ugin, to be honest. It is probably the most powerful thing I could be doing. Vivian Reed's very cool. Veladar Retreat's pretty cool. A lot of funky options here, but I think Ugin is far and away the best thing I can be doing. Let's do that. Let us get some Spirit Dragon underway to start today. Okay. I think out of all the things in this pack, the thing that plays the best, I guess, with the Ugin is Llanowar Visionary. Shalai's very cool. Seagate Stormcaller also pretty cool, but none of this is overly powerful. Just happy to pick up a mana accelerant here. How's my CPU holding up? Just fine, actually. Alright, nice. Always a little worry when the snow's on that it will fry my stuff. A couple of nice counter payoffs here for a Branching Evolution and locks it on, but I don't think that's really likely to be where we're going. Could just take Skyclave Relic. Is that the most ramp card in the pack? Alternatively, Banishing Light also just perfectly fine. I think given that I'm not guaranteed to be white or anything yet, Relic is probably the pick. Maybe Scoot Swarm Wheels. Let's grab ourselves some more and more ramp to try and go very big today. Spotify playing up like it always does. Primal Might's like fine, but it isn't special. I think Wilt's actually quite good in this format. It's a very hard to replace effect. Kind of like picking it up when I can. Love me some Voracious Hydra in this deck. Couple of lands that could wheel, Balaged Recovery. Lots of jewels. Gonti's a lot of fun, obviously, but hey, Panda, Merry Christmas. How are you today? Pretty easy Cassandra Mammoth here, I think. Hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for stopping in. Happy holidays indeed. Nothing very special here. Guess I'll take the bestiary in case we end up being cheaper than I think we're going to be. Let's try that. No one respects Cathar's Crusade. This card's really good. Can see us wanting Castle Garenbrig. Brontodon also pretty damn good in what looks to be mono green at the moment. Yeah, I think I already have a Wilt, so I'm going to pass on this Brontodon and take the castle. Kind of close there. Guess I'll take Veladar Retreat in case we end up with all of the landfall payoffs. Nothing special towards the end of pack one here. We'll just keep flipping the dregs around a little bit. No one playing counters this draft is sad. No one wants to counter deck. Feels bad. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Yeah, just a dreg through the pack here, nothing special, probably nothing that makes the deck, but reasonable start. Need to solidify ourselves a little bit, pick a bit of direction, but should be okay. Stuff and things. The Definitely could have been a worse start. Would like a couple more payoffs. Maybe to, some direction, see whether we're white or not. More mana dorks would be nice. We only have 2 bits of ramp so far. Whoop. Okay. Options. Scavenging Ooze is just a powerhouse all by itself. We could take Tristani and try and go into, like, tokens. Seems hard to do. Same as the Visitation, unfortunately. It seems like it's kind of hard to make that happen. Tristani's pretty good with Felidar Retreat, though. I think Scavenging Ooze is good enough by itself. I'm just going to take it. And if one of these wheels will reconsider where we are. Cast Out's pretty solid here. Why is Spotify being sad today? Please keep functioning. Yeah, I think Cast Out's probably just better than the Goose. Happy to pick this up. Love me some Elspeth Conquers Death. Fairgrounds Warden, not bad either. Yeah, pretty happy to take ECD though, I think. Oh, come on. Spotify needs to stop being a spanner. Explorer is pretty easily the pickup for us here, I think. Nothing else is even remotely in the same kind of league, so we'll happily take this Explorer. Bum bum. Dun 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 dun. Interesting. I think Beanstalk Giant is enough better than Valorous Stance. This is a fairly easy pick, so let's pick that up. I think this is just a pretty easy Evolving Wilds for me. Oh. Why am I suddenly always have a cold on Christmas Day? It is actually the worst. Pretty easy Temple Garden. Ah yes, time for the Coca-Cola ad. We're unlikely to play Ram through, honestly. We're not a deck that can really facilitate it very well. But we're not missing a lot in this pack anyway. I think it's the card that's most likely to see play, so sure. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. This draft is awfully slow today. Visitation did wheel. I think I'm more likely to want Rootbound Crag though. Might be a good little red splash here and there depending on if we find anything nice. Honestly, even if we like open Field of the Dead, it's not completely impossible we could play that right now. So Mouth is like fine filler, but I don't really want to play it. Filler is the word. Wow, Magma Quake going quite late here. Lots of good red cards. Interesting. Don't think we're playing any of these. Just kind of wrapping up the end of pack 2 here. We've got a decent start to a deck, but we could really do with a couple more tools to kind of round things out a bit. Oh, Lyra Dawnbringer's a spicy one. Lyra is a spicy one. Probably just good enough that it's better than taking a land or something like that. So let's take the big old angel. Okay. I mean, obviously, Resplendent Angel plays very well with Lyra specifically, but is it better by itself than just Tangled for Hedron as another mana dork? I don't think it is. We really need a little more acceleration, so I think I'm just going to take the Elemental. Oh, wow. I would love this Wrath of God, but I also would love this Mirari's Wake. Both of those are quite good. I do think the Wrath is slightly more important. We have a reasonable amount of ramp already. So, I'm going to take this Wrath. Wake is never wheeling, but is what it is. Sunpetal Grove. Spotify, honestly. What's wrong with you? We are unfortunately not a collected company deck, not by any stretch of the imagination. So we can't quite manage that one, as sad as it is. I'm not sure how well we use Chromatic Orrery either, unfortunately. So I think this might just be a golden egg. Maybe Spring to Mind. Both of these are quite good, but let's take the Aura and see if we can do something with it. I'm hopeful. Basswood Surge is pretty nice. I will take that one. Bum, ba, da, bum. Nothing special for us here, unfortunately. Caravan is pretty vanilla. Might be better than Ratchet Bomb, though, in fairness, so sure. Unlikely to play any of these. Didn't quite get there with this one, sadly. Am I dropping frames? I might be. Oh, not having a good time this draft, I'll be honest. Oh well, they can't all be haymakers, right? Okay, Spotify's gonna have to stop because for whatever reason, it is being a pain today and just doesn't want to keep playing consistently. So I guess you can stop. I'm not in the mood to keep fighting with Spotify for several hours. It's just not worth the time today. Yeah, definitely ended up missing a trick or two here, unfortunately. But that's fine. That is the way that it goes sometimes. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Legion's Landing might even make the cut, to be honest. Not entirely sure. Okay, let's flip this out and figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to fix this. I appear to be bubbling just a little bit, so speaking of things I will try and fix, that is one of them. There we go. Should be fine. Okay. So we don't need root-bound crag. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, so 15, 16, 17 is fine, yeah. So I need 5 playables? Oh god. This really did not quite come together, did it? I guess it's ram through. Spring, even though I can't cast Mind. Caravan. How easy is it for me to use Traxos in this deck? Not very easily. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not impossible, but it's not great. What does Nessian Hornbeetle look like in a deck like this? Also not very good. Yeah, this last 2 cards are not going to be great. We're going to have to live with some bad things. I think it's Legion's Landing, probably. And maybe just Skyclave Cleric. Deck is not great. We'll try and make do. We shall try to make do. Oh. I am full of gunk today. It has to stop. This is sheepishly fine. Sheepishly fine. Okie dokie, Scavenging is a pretty good pickup. Opponent on a multicolour ramp deck of their own by the looks of it. I guess... So my options here are play Mammoth or guarantee Surge next turn. I think having the Mammoth in play for Surge is really high upside, so I'm going to do it and hopefully we get there. Yikes. Magma Quake for 3 is quite good. Yeah, we are very, very behind now. Ugin will need to do some catching up when we eventually get to it. Why do I have islands in my deck? I'm going to have to fix that after this match. I didn't see the islands. Let's get rid of this Evolving Wilds while we can. So untapped land would be very, very helpful here. Although casting Lyra by itself, certainly not the worst. Oh, Reclamation, okay. We'd really like that untapped land now. No dice. Okay, so I guess this is just orrery, please resolve, question mark? Lyra. Opponent will draw a card with their 3 mana spell. Seems below rate, but okay. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Oh, I've just realised that makes some sense. Let's try and fix my lighting situation just a little bit. I forgot it's in the middle of the day, so of course my lights are different. 2 seconds. Oh, that would explain a lot. Let me fix that. There we go. I'll be a bit white now because it is the middle of the day, but it's fine. I can manage. So just -4 here, I imagine. Probably the way to go. Pretty good Ugin as far as things go. Alright, let's keep this up. Torrential Gearhulk, okay. That's not bad. Opponent's deck looks pretty hot. Looks like they got a lot of good tools tucked away. I forgot priority was on me. Yes. My bad. Yeah, unfortunately I'm going to lose my Ugin here. I can't punch through this Gearhulk. Which is a shame. Keep the cast out. Cast out is fine. Off you go. Oh, why am I struggling so much today? It's going to take 5 from this Gearhulk. We're not worried about our life total just yet. We have a Lyra in play. Okay. Do not need more lands, though. Especially not islands that shouldn't be in my deck. Would like to pay a green, please. Yes. We can crew this. And now we can punch the Gearhulk pretty happily at any point should it look like a problem, should we suddenly not kill our opponent here. They do have a commit. Sure. I am okay with that. Off you go, sir. And or ma'am. Yeah, definitely fine here. So we just ram through, kill this Gearhulk off, and have our stuff shuffled in. Draw both players a nice fresh new hand. Do not need Vastwood Surge. So I am probably going to play this, cast my Scavenging Ooze, pay the green like it asks. Hoping to draw a cheaper creature there, but failed. So let's go cast this as a one mana spell. Well, 3 mana spell, X is 1, I should say. Draw another card. We crew this up by tapping the 2 of these, and present 2 lethal attackers. And we beat something like Shark Typhoon because of Ram Through, so it should be fine. Nice. Smooth and easy. Yeah, a little puzzled about these islands in my deck. Let's grab 2 forests and a plains instead. And I need to remember to fix that in the deck when we go into the next match as well. It's the Bob Ross one, right? Yep. Try and keep it nice and simple. Off we go. Let's try and take game 2 in equally as swift a manner, shall we? Hand seems fine, doesn't have a payoff, but certainly capable of accelerating its mana a bit. Drawing a white source would help us with the Wrath of God a little earlier, but alternatively Skyclave Relic will provide it should we not find one. Let's do a bit of exploring here. Opponent with a nice slow draw this time as well. I think I'm just going to cast Spring. Grab another Plains, because if I draw an untapped land this way, I can kick the Relic and make a lot more mana. Opponent cycles an Obstructionist. Okie dokie. Does not hit their land. Feels bad. Am I waiting to kick this Relic? Probably not, because it means I can cast mine next turn. So I think I'll just play both of these out. Opponent, unfortunately, still missing their land drops. Is obviously not ideal for them. We'll pick up an Ugin for our troubles. Like a super annoying fly bugging my light right now. Just won't go away. That can be Essence Scad, that's fine. I don't really mind too much about that. Hey, Sugar Fairy, not quite birthday, but I appreciate the sentiment anyway. Hopefully you're having a lovely holiday day. And it's going well for you. Thanks for stopping by. Good chance I'm meant to just try and Ugin and close this thing out. Because the longer I wait, the more my opponent is going to hit their land drops. So let's just start bolting their face. Slowly but surely. Yeah, thankfully not a Christmas baby. That would kind of suck. Ugin keeps doing Ugin things. Just got up. Fair play. Nice and early. Hopefully you've got plenty of presents to open. At least I hope so for your sake. This fly. Got a Christmas fly as well. Come on. Alright, I guess Ugin's being tucked away for a little bit. Reasonable. Castle Ardenvale. Okay. So let's make a dude. And then crew the caravan. To do some punching. You do? Did the stocking last night? Husband couldn't wait? Fair enough. Nothing wrong with a little bit of early Christmas cheer. I hope you have a lovely day. I'm feeling okay. I got a bit of a cold. But had a Skype call with the family this morning. And got to see everybody for a little bit. And just chilling out now. Trying to play some Cube, having a good time, and just trying to be a person people can come and talk to, I guess. Ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum. Nice. On to match number 2. This hand is rather anemic, to put it bluntly, but I think it's okay. We have plenty of gas to draw to. Hopefully we'll be fine. Oh. So, Legion's Landing. Off you go. Oh, I forgot to fix the islands. Oh, for God's sake. These should not be in my deck. We don't actually have any blue spells except for the backside of Spring to Mind, and I keep forgetting to take them out. I've sideboarded them out already once today. I guess I'll have to do it again. It'll be fine. That's a very good draw. Let's do that. Grab us some stuff. Whew. Oh, that's okay. Like, I don't mind people hanging out or not hanging out. Like, I was likely going to be sticking around and streaming a bit today anyway, because I don't have a ton else to be doing other than cooking food for myself. So, just might as well be live while I'm playing, and if people want to swing by, people can swing by. Happy to try and make the day a little bit better. While sneezing, of course. Because that is the important part. Briefly nix our Lyra. Kind of expected that, but there's nothing we could really do about it. So we'll save ourselves a little bit of life here. God, oh, really need to draw some actual things to do with our mana. Bit stuck at the moment. Lots of mana, not a lot to do with it. Bum ba-dum ba-dum. Opponent gets Escape into the Wilds, finds 5 spells, including Chandra, Awakened Inferno. That is a little terrifying. That is a little bit terrifying. Not entirely sure how I get myself out of this, to be honest. That might be how. We're still going to be racing a Chandra, though. Still going to be racing a Chandra. This is a 4-drop, right? Yeah. Whoop. I imagine Ugin dies to the Chandra, but then at least Lyra can kill the Chandra in return. So, that's something. Bum ba-dum 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 bum bum. See what my opponent has to say. They can technically stomp as well as Chandra. Oh, Questing Beast. That'll do the job as well. But it means we're not staring down Chandra Awakened Inferno anytime soon, which is a trade I'll take, I guess. Bum ba dum ba bum. Okay, that's not good. That means there's a way to kill my Lyra in the hand. Yeah, okay, now we're in some trouble. Now we are definitely in some trouble. All this mana and nowhere to go. Take 4 damage. Just make ourselves a Castle Ardenvale token. Yeah, this is looking rough if we can't find an answer to Questing Beast. Gotta find something. Hellrider? Oh dear. It's a lot of damage. And when my Ugin's gone, I don't think there's too much I can actually do about this. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. It's definitely not that. Game 2 it is then. So let's fix this land situation again, because for whatever reason, Magic Arena believes I wanted islands in my deck. Which, in case you hadn't gathered, I don't. It is this one. So 2 of these and a plains in just a second. And then a reminder to self to fix that before match 3. Okay, let's try that again. See if we can't do a little bit better. Fingers crossed at least. Let's go. Ugh. Don't think we can really keep that one. It's pretty close, but not close enough. Good chance we're just supposed to bin Legion's Landing here as the odd card out, I think. And hopefully our opponent has a hand that plays very well into a Wrath of God, he says sheepishly. Hopefully. Who knows? Slow and steady. Oh, I am not used to being online this early. I have not woken up yet. Okay, well, we're certainly accelerating our mana again, that's for sure. Need to find some more stuff to do with it. Hell Rider by itself. I think I'm just going to cast this as a big old blocker this turn. Even though I would kind of like to have cast Chromatic Orrery. Just think I need to get something in the way. Before we take too much heavy fire. Reckless Rage. Okay. Opponent has chunks of burn. We'll get them through a Beanstalk Giant. This Christmas fly will not go away. It's having a good day surrounding my microphone. Interesting attack. What does that mean? You sure? I'm happy to make that trade, honestly. That's fine. Alright, hopefully we can start making some guys with Castle Ardenvale and then work towards an actual, piece of top end. Oh, opponent's drawing more top end than we are, and we're the ramp deck. Where were you? Ugh. Not looking good. I guess at least lands and spells are now both pretty reasonable draws, but still staring down a Sarkhan, which is not where you want to be. Likely have to pull the trigger on this Wrath of God now, unfortunately. So I should play this post-combat. So I'm going to send this at Sarkhan just in case they let me get away with highway robbery. But it's going to die to the dragon anyway, so no big deal. That's fine. Just got to find an answer to the Sarkhan, and we're at least on the right track. Can draw one card for 5 mana here if we want to. Which I probably will do if nothing else. Because I need to answer this damn Sarkhan before it kills me. Alternatively, it can kill me right now. Rough. Okay. 1-on-1 with the green-white pile. Not quite good enough to beat Gruul Good Stuff. See if we can win match 3 and get our money back at least. Let's aim for our money back. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Ah, I forgot. Too late. Too late. Guess I'm playing with islands again for a bit. Oh dear. Level of focus today is not high. And that's alright. I'm just meant to be playing some casual Magic, but focus low. Focus very low. I think you can keep this. Any land means that your hand is operational because we can Beanstalk Giant for white should we draw a green source. We have Explore to hopefully help us out a little bit there. And our deck has a lot of lands in it, so think oh, I drew a Plains. I am not playing good Magic today. Let us do this the right way this time then. So we explore into the Plains so that I can play this Legion's Landing. Missed out on 1 damage from poor sequencing, but that's okay. Random Island, go. Let's go fetch up a second white source here. poke. Unfortunately, the opponent looks to be some kind of control deck, and our Wrath of God and Elspeth Conquers Death are not going to be great in those matchups. So, I think this is just Hydra for 3. And we'll punch the Skyclave Cleric out of the way. Glass Casket it is. Goodbye, Hydra. You did your job. What about an angel? An actual, factual angel. Well, my Lyra is getting ECD'd, so I'm going to have to ECD and ECD. Didn't realise we were playing standard. But here we are. A very common sequence of affairs. Tezzeret. Master Tezzeret. That's going to be quite a good one, I think. Ugin will be good if we get to it. There's nothing in my graveyard for this ECD right now, which is kind of sad. I think I'm just going to Caravan. Going to pop this stop just so that I can put some pressure on Tezzeret. But it's not a lot of pressure. It is minor tickly pressure. And hopefully Ugin and or Beanstalk Giant can actually do a better job in the near future. Okay, Beanie Boy Genius, off you go. Do something. Opponent takes the trade, which is fine by me. Wow, I am more tired than I thought. I thought I slept okay last night, but apparently not. Hit that mute button right on time. Okay, so ooze. Oh, I'm unwell. Thank you, Morgasm. I appreciate that. Trying to hit the mute button, but not always quite making it. Let's crew up our caravan. Put some pressure on this Tezzeret. We really need to find a land or two to help us get this Ugin on the go. Tezzeret just takes the hit. Okay, sure. Maybe opponent wants to start drawing multiple cards with the divination side. So needs the Thopter to be alive. Would make some sense. Yep. Dungeon Geist is a good one. Definitely a good one. I'll keep Kazandu Mammoth. That's fine. So let's go. It's tempting to play this as a land, but I think drawing a card off of it is actually more valuable, and it can also just crew the caravan. So I think I'm going to do that. Nice. Crew up our 5/5 weird-shaped caravan thing. Crunch. Unfortunately, struggling to get this Tezzeret off the table, but we're doing our best. Opponent's drawing a lot of extra cards, like a whole lot of extra cards. And drawing cards wins games. Goodbye, all giant creatures. Well, non-giant creatures. May as well activate Scavenging Ooze on the way out. But, there goes my guys. I think I should bottom Vastwood Surge. Creatures are going to be better than that. Any land is probably better than that. What about a 7-mana artifact instead? Yeah, well, it was counterspell bait, so there's more of a chance of this Ugin arriving and staying alive, but our opponent just has so many cards at this point. It's kind of hard to keep up with. Can't keep filling our retreat anymore. We've got no more lands to play. Oh, that's like the worst land in my deck. Alright. Please don't count on my Ugin. Please. Do you know how embarrassing it is to get your Ugin spell pissed? Alright. Game number 2 it is. Hey Ash, appreciate that, no worries. Have a lovely Christmas. I'll type it out just to make sure. There you go. Yeah, I am going to fix this land situation one final time, even though I definitely should have done it earlier. Otherwise, I don't think there's too much I have in the realms of playability, unfortunately. We'll take a look to make sure, but I would be very, very surprised. Let's look for ye old plains to fill this gap. Yep. And was there anything I wanted against what looks to be blue-white control? Mouth might be fine. It at least gets the Wrath of God out of my deck, I guess. It's not a good exchange, but we'll live. We'll live. Yeah, we can keep this. Not massively exciting, but it's okay. Two drop into 3 drop. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Thanks again, everyone who's popping in today. Hopefully you're having a lovely Christmas day wherever you are. And you can enjoy a little bit of cube magic for your troubles. So, Scavenging Ooze. I think I'm just going to make the hippo. Try and get my beat down on. Slowly but surely. Merfolk Trickster. Well, you got me. Guess you're trading for my ooze? Yeah. Unfortunate, but fine. I understand. No white mana for my opponent at the moment. Unfortunately, no 4th land drop for us either is less than ideal. We'll attack with a 3/3. And I'll set myself up to scry, hopefully. Try and scry towards more mana sources. Hypnotic Sprite. Well, guess I'd rather get the Bestiary sprited right now than anything else, so... Sure. There is 4th land. Could draw 1 card, or I can just try and be patient. I think I prefer the patient line. I prefer it if I could breathe too, but hey. Tis my gift from Santa Claus this year. An inability to breathe. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Opponent finds a white source, does have Maze Mine Tome. I think I would kinda like to do something about that before it draws too many cards. So if my opponent tries to draw a card end of turn here, I'll probably cast this out. Yep. Whoop. Make sure it doesn't get counted on the way in, and we'll nick that away before you have a chance to draw too many cards off of it. Unfortunately, it does find another land. So, has made their way out of Mana Screw and has a handful of spells. You hate to see it. Brazen Borrower will ruin my hippo. My poor hippo. What did he ever do to you? I think my opponent has a pretty good grasp words on this game at the moment. I'm gonna ECD here. Hopefully this resolves. We could do with a little bit of help, but opponent's hand is just chock full of stuff. I feel like if they had their own Conquer's Death, they probably would have used it last turn on like cast out. So I'm hopeful that ours can stick around. Ye old spectral sailor. I'm going to draw many cards again. Casting that Sprite, okay. So let's get our Voracious Hydra on for at least 3 so it can draw a card off of Mouth at some point in this game. Gets Disdainful Stroked. Feels bad, but okay. Definitely struggling today. More than I thought I would be. Tis a big old Dungeon Geist. Definitely not looking great for us. Scavenging Ooze will come back from the ECD. We'll draw a card, I guess. Oh, wish I hadn't always tapped me out of quite so much green, but sure. Opponent going to continue drawing cards. Bum ba dum bum ba dum. Finds themselves a Tezzeret. Sure. Not entirely sure how I get through this wall. I guess we're on... Well, I guess we're in Ugin territory again. But Ugin exiling my own cast out is not my idea of fun, I'll be honest. Let's eat up some creatures from the opponent's graveyard. Oh dear. Very much an all this mana and nothing to do with it scenario again. Kind of sad, really. Ooze will attempt to poke Tezzeret, but it's just going to get blocked by a continual stream of Thopters at the moment. Yep. We really didn't have very much interaction outside of like a glass casket, a cast out, and again some small... Oh dear. I'm very sorry. I'm quite sleepy. some small amount of interaction, but not a lot. And it's been showing in games like this, for sure. Take some more damage in the air. Let's eat my own Voracious Hydra. Shunk. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the air. They don't have to block. So, unfortunately, yeah, gonna keel over and die to the power of blue-white control here, which is less than ideal. 1-2 with that deck. I'm not sure that's a fair assessment. I think it was a little bit better than that, but we definitely found ourselves falling into the too much mana, not enough things to do situation once or twice, which can certainly be a real thing with ramp decks sometimes. That's fine.